And no, wait, that's actual gameplay, maybe, or they might be just. We'll see now. I don't know if this is a button check or are they actually playing. There's a lot of unblockables, so. Okay, this might be actual games.
Yeah, I think these are actual games where you've got Welsh Jakey playing for the goats and Killer Queen playing for the dragons.
Well, that's one game for the goats, right?
Yeah.
So. All right, cool. Yeah, that's one. Or hold on, I can't see these results here. Do we have a? Oh no, I can see the. Okay, I see how you've done it.
That looked like quite a strong performance from Katie there.
Yeah, that's well, 3 lights up on the board. You know, clean sweep. Always indicative of a strong performance. Very much a character as well, Alicia. You can kind of run off with with the W with her. She has lots of high damaging moves, very good mobility, and a couple of knowledge checks as well. You know, like if you don't know to duck, the unblockable or whatever, you can get caught out real easy.
Yeah, it's
a character who's very effective in a lot of hands.
I think I think it's a case of, especially with coming into this, there's always going to be a mixture of player skill levels. So maybe it was just a case of Welsh Jake warming up, or it might be Katie's one to watch all the way through the tournament.
All right, we got character switches. Did you not have any rules against the winner switching characters, or?
There was supposed to be, but yeah, I don't know if they want to run through. I can speak to them again. There should be a lock for the winner.
Yeah, the winner should be locked in.
Yeah, I'll speak because it does look like she's switched. I'll tell them to play through, and yeah, we'll sort that out.
You ready?
Round 1.
All right, so.
Fight.
Very on stage here. No, personal action, but
Just updated. I've just updated Katie, so yeah, going forward there will be any switches.
Count-in, or?
No, this isn't going to count, so we'll play another one after this.
Okay.
KO.
Yeah, personally, though, I hate the stage.
2.
This color is awful. Look how orange and red everything is. Like, once again, personal. I absolutely hate aggressive color graded. Who's here for that? Like, who actually? Oh yes, I like all my stuff to be red, or I like all my stuff to be tinted in yellow. Aesthetic crimes, in my opinion. See, this is how you know when they just try to get through the round, when people start doing all sorts of goofy stuff. But speaking of goofy stuff,
Round 3.
Zafina is definitely goofy stuff, the character. All sorts of weird stances. Some of the best movements in the game. For anyone unaware, Zafina, along with I can't think of Kulimitsu, they have some insane movement. Slightly like, not just in the moves, but just the baseline movement from like movement buttons alone. They are a step beyond in that instance, and that's where a lot of their power comes from. They can get out of scenarios and dodge things which a lot of other characters in the game cannot do. So you gotta wonder if you'll see some of that today. And then there's stuff like Mantis there, where she's crawling along the floor.
Round 4. Fight.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a few characters here, which probably you wouldn't see in as a normal pick, but yeah, everyone's going to have their favorites, which will be their go-to.
That's one of the magnificent things about Tekken, is that every character is so broad, and the fundamentals in Tekken are incredibly strong. So you can win with pretty much every character, if you so please. Obviously there's going to be tiers, and some characters are going to be a lot stronger than others, but in general, you'll see a lot of variance. You'll see a lot of these two characters just because of their perceived skill level. And also, I don't want to say ease of use, but their ability to get access to damage through maybe dishonest means, something like that.
Yeah. But that's why they're coming into the tournament. Maybe that's their picks. That's their plan, is coming into this and getting a few, as you said, like, cheeky wins. Because, it's a round-robin tournament at the end of the day. So if you do manage to get that one win, and an easy one to sort of take it there, it's a case of, being able to move on from there, and you sort of, it's extra money, because placements is what matters here. And doing that is gonna sort of show who takes it as such.
Yeah, and there's also a thing as well. When you play in a tournament, it's a totally different scenario than just sitting with a mate or playing online. Because there's something on the line, and two, you're gonna get nervous. You're gonna get maybe the jitters a bit, you know. So if you can pick a character who is less effort, you know, who you got a couple of reliable tricks to see you through to a win or two, that takes a bit of effort off you, a bit of a load off you, you know.
Yeah, I think seeing more champs come up, or is it champs or heroes or within Tekken characters, right? Characters. Seeing more characters come up is going to be interesting, and seeing sort of if people decide to sort of, as you said, like play their favorites throughout. And then it's also seeing what switches we'll see as well. So hopefully we'll see Katie now sticking to the.
There we go.
Yeah. So
she's one up, so she's still looking comfortable.
Yeah. I think it was a strong performance, as you said, from the first game, with the Tekken going 3-0. It's definitely a strong one for her. So we'll see how she does, and I think it's good.
Going for the posh pick here. So this character here, she has some problem moves, and I'll point them out. They come up.
Fight.
For now, we can see some, basically, with some jabs. Controls now. Here we go. So that's one of the moves I was talking about from the one on the left. The rock.
Yeah.
Very much a noob trap, you know? Like, you get caught by it. If you don't know that you can duck it clean, you'll get hit by it. 'Cause you can't block it.
Alright, you can't block it.
Yeah, you can't. It's unblockable.
Oh, wow, okay.
Moves, like, glow a certain way, things are unblockable. But here we go. Just a clean win there.
Fight.
Yeah.
From Katie. Good awareness from Jakey to jab, but no conversion on the combo. Could have got a bit more damage and a bit better positioning there. Just up this. There you go. There you go. That was the unblockable, and there was the duck. That can catch a lot of people new to the game. So good awareness there from Jakey. We got to see it. And
He's definitely holding his ground and sort of doing it, and she comes in quite strong, but
unfortunate. There we go. Once again, learning. We got those, and there we go. Just a nice kick to finish it off. First light up for Jakey here. That counts.
Fight.
Maybe they can keep the momentum. Good sidestep, and once again, very, very strong movement with these characters built in tools. Just controlling the space here very well. Spring kick. Very risky get up option, but very effective. Ooh, and another one of those traps. Just move strings. Strings that go into other moves that if you're not aware of, they can easily catch you. And just a rage drive. The rage drive is smashed out there. Terrible decision.
KO.
And no block on the low.
Round 4.
Bit scrambly there. Both players maybe feeling nervous.
it's a lot closer these games though than the first round. Whether Jakey's warming up a bit.
Possibly. Maybe just not very sure. Jakey not very sure in his options here.
Ooh,
and
perfect.
yeah, 7 golden
こ
letters.
んなに強いの
Katie looking to be the way stronger player here, moving into the next, like, well, holding a W here, because that would be
Yeah.
the set, right?
Yeah, that's it. So it's a good game from them. We'll be moving on to our second game, and I think the second one is going to be, I think it's the Goats again, and then it's going to be playing against the Pit Ponies, which is Jevs. Now,
Okay.
yeah, with Jevs, I had the luxury, I guess, of going out to him to Baku for the European Championships. So yeah, I know he's a good player, and yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does in this tournament. Sort of seeing Katie there, she's quite strong, and I think Asif as well from the Pirates is another one, a strong player to sort of watch out for. Whether sort of Welsh Jake can sort of from that warm up game can go up against Jevs and sort of move that forward. But yeah, it's going to be interesting tournament and sort of see how it works out.
Interesting indeed. I'm very looking forward to seeing Jevs personally, seeing what kind of development has been in place since I last seen them play.
Yeah, when would be the last time? Would it have been against in the Welsh Masters, probably?
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully he's come along since then. He definitely picked up a lot and was practicing quite a bit with the international players. I haven't spoken to him in a couple of months, so hopefully he's carried on that development and such, and sort of carried on moving it forward. Yeah, and building it from that.
I wouldn't be surprised when you get bitten by the bug, you know, sometimes it's hard to put the game down, especially when you have a lot of competition. You know, you get, like you said, international players. If you can get them to play with you, you can pick up so many things.
Yeah. And I think it's, as you said, it was kind of everyone's playing different characters and everyone's different styles of things, and by picking up, you're able to sort of play that, and it's a different idea to the game, a different way to take, or different play styles, and then learning from those is sort of taking that into your own game and developing your own game.
Exactly, you're absolutely correct. Especially when you play like play people from other territories, there are so many different things. Like, the funny thing about fighting games is obviously a lot of people are obsessed with tier lists, and every time you check a Western tier list versus an Eastern tier list, they're usually completely different, because the characters which are perceived as strong is different in each region depending on who the best players are there, who can get the most out of the characters. So it's always interesting to see that.
It's great to see from a point of view as well of the case of from that is that it just shows how balanced the game is, and shows sort of the development of the game and stuff, and I think that gives a good shout out for sort of for Tekken to being able to do that.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who like to, you know, talk about balance and say, you know, this game's unbalanced, etc., etc. But trust me, these games are way more balanced than the ones we had back in the day. Like, you legitimately had characters who were broken, but nowadays, and this doesn't just go for fighting games, but in general, developers, like, the concept of balance is way more realized as competitive games have come into the limelight.
I think especially for these fighters, it's such a you can't have it so much as when you're playing sort of one character. Having one character that's too strong is a case of building that in. So it looks like we're shooting into the first game.
They've made that mistake with Tekken with one character.
Oh, okay.
And then they nerfed him to the ground the next patch. It was a horrible time. But yeah, we're straight into it. Okay, so I know all about Jevs, but tell me about their opponent.
Well, the Welsh Jake. I don't know so much about Welsh Jake. He's sort of a newcomer to the scene. I'm not sure how he's been picked up from the Goats, and sort of how he went through the sort of the scouting side. So it's an interesting one to sort of see him come in. I know he sort of I think he's a League of Legends player as well. So I don't know how many hours he's got on Tekken, but we see how he does against Jevs, a Welsh national player.
Very much trial by fire against someone like Jevs. But
Yeah.
if there's, and I think, you know, Jakey coming from something like League of Legends, a character, like he's got a very good pick on the character. Oh, trade ends it. Maybe a bit more blocking, you know.
Yeah.
But fantastic character choice on Julia, because she's got plenty of tools, plenty of options, and you can easily lock down your opponent when you get the execution down, because she is kind of difficult on the execution side. It's an interesting movement here.
He's holding his own. It's not a clear fight.
There's definitely good tools to use here, but the capitalization isn't quite there. But then you look at Jevs, and you've seen that combo and the wherewithal to convert, you know, from a sidewall splat. That's something you get just from practice and experience. So that's how you can see the divide in the skill level here. But maybe, you know, we can't count Jakey out. You can't really count him out.
I can see in the top left with him being first Dan, so he must be fairly new to the game. I don't know myself on how new that is.
You can get.
Okay.
So.
So what?
Divine Ruler is a much higher rank.
Yeah, whether it is his first thing or whether it's a sort of an alt account.
It goes off your ranked thing. So if you practice a lot offline, that will change the rank shown here. If you play a lot of casual matches, that also doesn't change your rank. So while you can use it to gauge opponent's skill level, it's not you know, a sure thing. There are plenty of players who are really good at the game and they don't play the ranked mode if they can help it, you know. So
yeah. It could be that. It could be that he's been practicing on that. It could be alt account or different account. But yeah, it was strong from Jevs there, and
strong from Jevs.
we see how he does going into the next game. Hopefully, he knows not to change his character.
I would be very disappointed if he made that mistake. But I also don't think that's a threat, honestly.
No, it's he looks strong in that. I think it's going to be.
Katrina is too strong. Like that's been his character since the day when I saw him. So I think it's safe to say we're going to see a lot of Katrina Alves on this stream right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see him how he does against Katie, and whether he can put in a sort of similar performance. Because even with that game, it looked like Jake was able to, as you said, get a few hits in and do a bit of damage.
The problem is, though, there wasn't enough. There wasn't any conversion or damages. Like the damage wasn't there. We got the character strength with Julia. Oh, well, no, we're no longer on Julia. But this pick might be stronger, although I think Jakey's fallen into the trap of trying to play too many characters. It's best to stick with one until you learn the ins and outs, because otherwise you're going to be leaving so many opportunities and so much damage on the table. However, Kazumi is a character who excels at the control game and doing lots of small strikes, you know, chipping away at you. So perhaps this will be the right pick. But then once again, it all depends down to the capability of the player and the knowledge of their own character. Very nice. Oh no, that's punishable. That's very punishable. Jev's really missing the opportunity to close the game out right there, but maybe he doesn't need it. Lock in. Here we go. Bigger damage now, bringing out the Bobbins arrow. Gold kitty cat. That's going to be blocked and punished for the win.
Round 2.
Very much a struggle. Not the punish.
Oh.
This is a good lockdown here at least.
Yeah. But I think he's gonna.
Oh, no, he's got the wall. Yeah. Jev's just biding his time here. He just needs the way. Oh wait, this is gonna be a hit. This could be a round. This is a round. All right, Jake, he's showing some life here. But I think the way. Oh, not quite a round. Oh boy. Lucky charge. Ah, very nice option.
It was close. Nearly had him. Nearly took it.
But I think what Jevs is going to realize is that he doesn't really need to do much in this matchup. since Jakey is definitely leaving himself open quite a lot, just doing punishable moves. But this could... Oh, nice interrupt, nice interrupt. Don't let him bully you too much. We're going to get the corner carry. We are. That was perfect. Look at this damage. Absolutely disgusting. Ooh, tries to catch him on the button, but not quite. Counter hit. And Jev's taking this match home almost. Just one more dot on the board needed for Jev. But, you know, once again, it would be very bad of me to counter.
He's doing all right for first time or first Dan. For taking one round off Jev's and potentially taking another one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, potentially, very much. Oh, that was a golden opportunity missed. That spring kick should have been the round, but unfortunately, just didn't have the punish locked and loaded. Once again, I always say, if you do if you punish anyone for anything, it doesn't matter if it's the wrong punish, if you didn't get all the damage you could get, as long as you punish it, because that's like you've done half the work. But unfortunately, that leaves unfortunately for Jakey, that leaves Jev 2 up on the board. But once again,
Yep, and then moving on to the next game, so it should be good.
Should be good.
Yeah, so next game is going to be the Pirates versus the Dragons, which is going to be the first time we're going to see Azif.
Oh, here we go. Definitely a strong player. I haven't seen much of Azif, but I've heard of him, so that's how you know, like, you know, if you haven't personally seen the player, but you've heard other players talk about this player, you know that for better or for worse, usually for better, they have a reputation. I mean, I've got reputation in fighting games, but it's mainly not because I was good, but mainly because I had very strange tactics. But I'm going to be interested in seeing this matchup here.
Yeah, it's going to be a strong one. I think I think seeing the players is I think we saw how strong KD was in that first game, so it's going to be interesting to see sort of how he does, and then it's the other one which I think watching from that is going to be Jevs versus Katie, which I think is in 2 games. I think we'll see how he does against Jake as well, but I think it's going to be a tough one now for Jake to pull it back and get a 2-0 sort of with the games upcoming. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see sort of how he does.
But predictions for me, I don't see this going any other way other than the Pirates personally. A player like Azif just controlling a complete and utter powerhouse like Kazumi. It's sorry, not Kazumi, Mitsu. I think it's all she wrote already. And then we got the floor break stage. This is a good stage. This is a good stage for Alicia though. So you just need, you know, a couple of good hits here, and you can steal a W here. So it will be interesting either way. We're about to see now Kunimitsu as well. Character mostly new to me. Haven't played much Tekken since she dropped, but I did get a set with a Kunimitsu player the other week, and the character has a lot of sauce, you know, like there's a lot to catch you out here.
Fight.
But we shall see.
Cool.
That clean backdashing from Azif. This is once again how you know a player is a step beyond. Okie. Oh, very nice hop kick to get out of the scenario now. Can they capitalize on the floor break? Oh, interesting setup. Doesn't quite get everything. Good throw. And just going in for a low now. Big counter hit. This is it. They can capitalize off the wall damage almost. Just a little low. And there we go. That was the spinning
Round
kicks,
2.
fantastic way to close out the round.
Fight.
Yeah, that was a strong performance there, and comes straight in strong again.
Gets the Oki. Oh, going for the backdash. Oh, fantastic OS though to catch every follow-up. This is team down. You can see the gold knowledge here. As if just very much a seasoned player here. Punish, nice punish. Getting the strings, going for the strings. If you know they're gonna press, you can just go for the strings safely. Especially a character like Kunimitsu who has many plus unblock normal, so they can keep playing the game. Their turn doesn't end. Fantastic punish. Get the wall. Wall's very dangerous place to be. Nice, goes for low. Now this is just a clean sweep here. Doesn't quite capitalize off the side wall splat, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah,
Kate's
so
not dealing with the spinning kicks.
it's a really strong performance from him there. It's coming into that game, it's going to be interesting to see what Katie's going to put forward now in the next game, and whether it's going to be a different character which can try and counteract that.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can counter Kunimitsu, honestly. She's just so solid all around. But there always is like people's personal matchups. You got the sided matchups, you know, like this character's good against this character because of vice versa and all that. But then also there is a lot of different choices between what your personal matchups are. Because like I've had games where I've been playing a character who wins against another character, yet personally I had a hard time. That's more common than not. But Katie does seem to have, I believe, a Safina on deck, and that's a case of fighting fire, but with fire. I think a Safina would be a good, not counter pick, but just an adjustment pick for this matchup, possibly.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see sort of how she does, and sort of with that, and it's in coming into the game. As you said, there's sort of someone who's well known and quite a strong opponent is trying to find vulnerabilities in something which is quite a solid game. I'll see how she sort of does in this game.
And we got the lucky Chloe pick. This is interesting. I can see the logic. Not that I'd ever condone anyone playing Chloe, let it be known. But I can see the logic on the pick. The possible damage output from Chloe is there. And of course, there's when everyone discovered the validity of Chloe's backsway last year. We shall see, though, if it is a fruitful pick. Favorite stage of the game, personally. Love the music, love the little robots in the background. Okay, just go buck wild here. And there's the punish. The party has stopped.
Ooh.
Put those glow sticks away, miss. Nah, look at that! The backdash on Kunimitsu is obscene, as if just timing him perfectly. But defense, as his defense now failing them. Oh, and there's the hot lead. No! Combo! Oh no! Stolen away. As if maybe a bit confused on this playstyle here. Yeah, maybe this isn't a matchup at all.
Yeah, it probably not sure what to expect.
Crush. And that's an interesting combo. It worked. I mean, I haven't seen it before, but it worked. The strings, just busting out the strings now. As if deciding, if you're gonna party, I'm gonna party too. Good throw, Karana, or you know, whoop. Oh, range drive. Great.
Ooh.
Cinches it out. That was a bit too close for comfort for Azif, perhaps.
Yeah, it was a very close game. She's definitely, Kitty's definitely coming stronger this round with this character.
Yeah, Katie digging deep into a bag of tricks here to get a point on the board. As if now, just deciding to play a lot safer. Good sidewalk. That's the trick in this matchup. You gotta sidewalk a lot of Chloe's hits. It can be risky though, especially when they have moves like that, which can catch you sidewalking. But thankfully the distance was there. You got the rage art. but not perfectly timed, so you don't get the bonus damage. Which is all the difference with that rage art. No low parry. Here's the low parry. There it is.
Oh.
Are we gonna go into the rage art just to make sure we get the kill? Don't need it. Never mind. Don't need it.
Round 4.
Now we're gonna see someone go for a launcher. Ready?
Oh.
As if was the one to go for a launcher. It got completely whacked by that backswing blow, which I mentioned earlier. Now I believe the 2 cartwheels, you can totally interrupt those with a jab if you switched on enough. Good float. You get the side spat, goes for the Oki instead. Oh, just getting out of there, but putting themselves against the wall here. As if now, look, this is one bad move away from death. And here we go, just a cheeky low from Katie to cinch it out.
Fight.
Now I think as if
Definitely a lot stronger from Katie.
yeah, Asif needs to play a safer game here. A bit tighter, a bit more compact. Or rather, make the distance first. Get the wave punches in. Don't fight fire with Chloe, because you're gonna lose. Good sidewalk. It's a side splat. Nice damage. So we take it. Ooh, puts him out the air. What's next now? Just go for low. Big meaty low. Good Oki. Block low, my guy. Nice. And there is the big meaty low, just to finish it off. As if moving on. A bit trepidatious there, but he managed to come back.
It was a lot closer than I expected.
Yeah, I know. Katie almost ran with it.
Yeah,
Once again, I do not condone anyone playing Chloe. Like let me put that there, right? If you play Chloe and you beat me, and you come to shake my hand afterwards, you can forget about it. I ain't touching you, alright? But each to their own, you know. If Chloe's what you need to do, if you got the Chloe in your back pocket and you know that'll get you the win, by all means go for it. Anything to get the dub.
Especially in a tournament like this, it's kind of because it's so close, and it can you can, like, as you've seen there, it was quite close games, and if you can get that upset and take that to the next round, it's a chance you sort of getting a lot bigger prize pool. Like, sort of, because there's only 4 in the tournament, they're all gonna get a part of the prize pool, but they're playing now for more cash as such.
Money is on the line.
Exactly, and to rep their teams and rep those regions. So it's going to be interesting. So this one we've got Goats with Welsh J coming up against the Pirates again. So it'd be as if coming through for a stronger one for the next round.
I think we're gonna see. Oh wait a minute. What are we looking at here?
I'm not sure. I think those are the wrong ones, maybe. We've got Killer Katie there. So
for the run back.
I think we've just need to switch some of those around. But yeah, it's
wires here, you know.
Yeah. So there we go. There's the next game will be the Goats versus the Pirates. So it's Welsh Jake versus As If.
Okay. I'm enjoying As If's gameplay anyway, so I'm looking forward to seeing more.
It's So what we'll do is we'll throw it to a quick break while we sorting out some of the players come in. So yeah.
once again, we are gaming.
Yeah, we looks like we're.
Yeah, with the correct players this time.
Yeah, we look like we're back, and it looks like we're coming back as well with we got the Dragons on one, Pit Ponies on one, and Pirates on one. So we're going into the last 3 games and sort of seeing how that runs through.
Yeah, Wales actually has a big history with pirates, or rather, a lot of pirates have a history being Welsh. Captain Morgan, that's a Welshman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure tons of pirates who sailed the Caribbean were Welsh. So
It's interesting. It's so the reason why I switched is one of the ideas from the Cardiff Rugby team, and linking up with the Cardiff Esports team, and yeah, they come together, and that's how they sort of come up with the idea for the Pirates. But I think originally the Cardiff Rugby team was actually called the Pirates, I believe, and it's why they come up with the name. So yeah, it's, I wonder if there's some sort of links there from Cardiff. Sort of with
I
with
wouldn't be
Pirates.
surprised at all. It's most probably the case actually. But here we go. Oh, for a second there, I thought the ball was rolling for Jakey, but
No, it's
ironically, as if here is the dragon to be slain in this matchup.
Yeah.
Ironically.
it's coming in quite strong, and yeah, taking that that sort of 2-0 with the Dragons, and the Dragons getting the win, of course, against Jake on the first game. Yeah, it was kind of thought that it was going to be a tough one for Jake to come into this game.
Yeah, very compact play from Asif here. Just small strikes, just keeping initiative, giving Jake enough rope just to hang himself, unfortunately. But you know, you could always adjust mid-game. There's nothing to say you can't. See, there's the distance making here. Asif got the lead, so he knows he doesn't have to do anything too crazy. And you don't want to get caught in the blender as well with Jakey's character. And we're seeing some choice buttons here.
Yeah, that was a very strong performance from Asif. I can see that he's internal ruler. So compared to Jev's rank, how does that compare? I think Jev's was divine, I think.
They're pretty much in the same ballpark. Mainly what people do is they separate them with the colors. So purple's pretty high, but purple's there's reds. And then when you get past the reds, you get to like the blues. And blues is where it's seen like, okay, you're seasoned, you know what you're doing. But but anywhere between like purple and blues, you got so many different, it's kind of like the middle ground of, you know, it's where most of the player base will gather when you get experience enough. If you're someone like First Dan or something like that, it just means you haven't played the ranked mode at all, because it doesn't take long to get out of there. You're guaranteed to get out of the grey ranks, as they're called.
Yeah,
Once again, the Tekken 7 ranking system is... okay, Spaunchy wants me to tell you about green hell. So, when you get out of like the really low ranks, you get into the greens. And the greens, you got people who have been playing Tekken. You've got people who are brand new, people been playing Tekken for years. But the big thing about greens is where everyone is struggling to learn the game and get good at it. So you get so many different gaps of people. You get people who play the game the same way every day and just keep doing the same thing, banging their heads against the wall. You get people who are learning, who are like, you can see the signs of them developing. It's such a volatile playground to be in.
So for Tekken, green rank is definitely the yellow hell. Then you're not sure what to expect.
And it's where like everyone there is just struggling to get better. And because this Tekken's so complex, there's so much to learn. It's easy to get caught up in green hell, and no one sidesteps as well, like Spaunchy said, because once again, that's like a whole different axis. You want us to learn how to use this axis? I don't know, bro. That sounds like a lot of work. That's what it's like, you know?
Is Spaunchy a green level player?
Oh, no. Spawnchi's definitely above green level.
Okay, okay.
Spawnchi is in fact the Kunimitsu player I played sets with the other week, so
Oh well.
everything I know, I owe it to Spawnchi. Asterix when it comes to Kunimitsu. Very nice. Look at that. Very good choice to hit with the low. Crushes the high jabs. It's again locking Jakey down. Nice interrupt in the air, and this will be kill.
KO.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He's coming in so strong to this.
Fight.
So strong to this.
Ooh, getting clipped sidewalk. You hate to see it. The cans doing work. Nice launcher. And we're going to the wall. Damage. Ooh, just gets the peg catch. Once again. Nope, nothing. Good punish. Going for the low mix-up. Trade, but very beneficial trade for Asif. Then bam. That move.
Round 3.
Whew, very long reach. You know, it's good to just throw out there. If you know they're not going to be blocking, if they're going to be trying something, you just throw that move out and you're golden.
Yeah, it's coming in so strong into this. Like, it's not giving Jake a chance. It's very much just against the wall and just.
And whenever Jake does get a move in, as if he's just using it for punishment practice. He's got that right punch locked and loaded. Now, see, this is a bad scenario to be in because Jakey spent their rage to do that rage art, and now they lose the rage buff, which is like increased damage. Which longevity-wise, the rage buff is way more valuable than getting that chunk of damage off them.
That's 2-0, right? And
As if just making a statement. That's it, I think.
and moves to the top of the table with 2 wins.
Yep.
So it's going to be interesting next because we've got Pit Ponies versus Jevs versus Killer Queen Katie. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see sort of. I think with this match, especially to see how they performed earlier, who will be able to take that in. Katie seemed a lot quite strong against as if, but yeah, whether she will take some rounds off.
Well, see.
Yeah.
Katie's playstyle, obviously Katie's still a very early development player, but their playstyle I think is a good counter to Jev's preferred way of playing. But then you gotta think, will Jev's recognize that and adjust on the fly, play a tighter, more conservative game? Who knows? That's gonna be what I'm gonna go in watching this game with. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that. As Jev's is very much, from what I've seen, very acquainted towards just more explosive damage, you know, going in hard, getting those big hits. But that's how Katie leans towards playing as well, from what I can see. If we had the old classic miscommunication again, where people.
So we'll see how we go and move on from there. Yeah, just to versus the Dragons.
Right, there we go, and we are back for video games. I like video games.
Yeah. These days I don't get to play a lot of video games, unfortunately. But
Busy running.
yeah,
stuff.
running video game stuff. But yeah, this is it's definitely good to get involved and see everyone playing and playing from different genres of games. Which one of the cool things about the Welsh Esports League is seeing people from all genres as such getting involved, playing, watching. And then being able to support their teams. Some people are just turning up to support the Dragons, the Goats, the Pirates, and the Pit Ponies. They're just here for that. They want to see their team get some Ws.
Things about video games, I think, at the moment is that you can build a sense of community around them, which, well, is one of the things we don't like to admit, but we all get into hobbies to hopefully end up doing as well.
Yeah, exactly, and that's one of the benefits from esports, from my side of things. Is people playing together, playing games together, and as you said, building those communities, building those connections, stuff people enjoy, and going from there. So,
Okay, so
Looks-
here we go.
looks like we're going into the game, Pit Ponies versus Dragons.
See, from what I can see here, Katie is going to try and steal some big hits on Jevs, who, if they play the preferred way, they might leave themselves open a bit too much. So we'll see if this is gonna, my prediction is gonna play out, and we're gonna see some adjustment from Jevs.
Fight.
Here we go. Both players respecting each other at the start of the match. 4-4-2. Okay, he just gets the hard knockdown. Big string. But there we go. Jevs taking his time, but didn't pull the trigger on the punish. Wasn't sure. This is where you gotta be careful. See. Look at that. Press the button at the wrong time, and Katie gets the cash in real hard.
Coming in really strong into this.
Yep. Whoop. And there we go, Jevs just taking it easy here. Just using the strings, biding time, but nope. Shut down.
Round 2.
Once again.
That's a big point for Katie coming into this, I think.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I think this is the matchup. If Katie's gonna, like, if there's a matchup I can see Katie like winning pretty handily, it would be this one, just from the play styles. But no blocking going on here. We're just eating everything here. But we got the rage damage. Oh, but spends it way too early. Now that was you have to duck as well. And yeah.
Round 3.
Straight back from Jebs. Nice coming back from the sort of first game lost with a perfect.
Baby Jebs now just feeling the flow of it here. Good throw. We take that. And here's the unblockable. No in the sidewalk it. That's another option. Goes for a bit of a lackluster punish, but we take it. Low. No one's blocking low today, I'm noticing. Now duck this. No! Oh, you're getting caught with it. Yes. Once again, a bit of a knowledge check, bit of a noob trap. But it doesn't matter. WW can KE. No! Gets caught in the side, and you are not blocking it when you get hit in the side.
4. Fight.
But, you know, it's still anyone's game. Big counter hit, though, from Jez to start us out.
It's coming strong this round.
Doesn't quite capitalize on the wall damage, but, yep, coming very strong. Oh, bit of breathing room now for KE. What are we going to see? Big low. In the air. Gets caught, but bit of a drop there. You don't like to see it. Now both players just kind of throwing everything at the wall, seeing what's al dente and seeing what sticks. Oh,
KO.
no, gets caught with the follow-up.
Final round.
2-2.
Both players are a bit panicked. Yeah, 2-2. Once again, this could be Katie's match.
Coming a lot stronger off that start, where Jevs is coming back into it, and as you said, the combos.
There we go. See, that's what I mean. That's the big difference. Is Jevs knows how to capitalize off these straight hits a lot of the time. Oh, that was a golden opportunity that Jevs kind of squandered. Now, does he know to duck it this time? Oh, but we still get a punish. And Jevs just clutching it out there to get 1 point on the board in this set. But that was very, very close.
Yeah, we thought this game was going to be close with Jevs and Katie, and I think getting that first game maybe settled the nerves coming into this, and then it's we'll see how the next round goes. But I think she might have taken Jevs by surprise there.
Maybe. But both players need to look back now and think what parts of the game plan worked and what didn't. Because I think that's going to be pivotal, because Katie could definitely take this if she recognizes what worked that set and what didn't. And obviously, I think Jevs definitely had the upper hand in some form. But there was a lot of moments where it was very scrambly and cooler heads would have prevailed.
Yeah, she in playing this, if she can take these 2 games and sort of a reverse sweep here, it's going to leave her what will be like sort of second or third in the, well, it'd probably be second in the table, unless Jevs can get a win off the Pirates. And if they can do that, then yeah, it's going to be. I think we might have to play some extra games for a playoff style of things of working out who sort of fits on the leaderboard. But because everyone, if Jevs is able to take that and he loses here, it would be a points-based system. So if she can take the game off Jevs, I think that'll secure her in a sort of second spot. But it's going to be interesting to see how we do.
Who has to figure this all out, huh? Do you have to like crunch all the numbers? Is that your job?
Yeah, probably my job.
Oh,
but yeah, it should be easy enough. We'll see how the game goes, and yeah, it's whether Jevs is able to sort of take this game. Of course, both of them being 1 game up, and the Pirates being 2. It's whether sort of they move you now into it, and on how many rounds as well they're able to take. So
definitely do or die time here. Woo.
Get ready for the next battle.
It's amazing, isn't it? The weather's starting to get, I wouldn't say warmer, I say less cold, and now my nose is starting to block up. This is typical.
Yeah, I've been a bit the same.
I managed to get through all the season without getting sick, and now I'm here and I'm like, ooh, maybe something's coming on.
Yeah, I've gladly just about managed to do my runs as well. But yeah, definitely with a bit of cold. And yeah, it's not been. It's been a bit better than sort of milder than I thought it'd be. But yeah, I think everyone's had a bit of a cold this year.
Yeah. Oh, I love this stage.
Round 1.
Cool, and we're ready to go.
And we got Jevs and Asif. Now, this is gonna be the match to watch here, but I still have it confidently in Asif's table here. I am definitely Asif corner.
Yeah, I think we've jumped and missed one of the games with Katie. So we'll be going back to that game after this one. But yeah, it's Jev's come out really strong there against Asif. And yeah, it's well, it looks like Asif is returning quite strong in the second game, yeah.
Yep, once again, it could be anyone's game. Both players are experienced enough to actually get the damage in.
KO.
And Asif there, just awakening there, going Ultra Instinct, waking up from a deep slumber. Their energy reserves charged, ready to take the W. Good punish from Jevs, we take that. Now just a lockdown, just trying to not let Asif have their turn. Good way to close the distance, bigger damage. Ooh, that wake up button just completely went the other way. Interesting, that's just Tekken for you. Now can Asif just turn things around? Nice backdash, doesn't quite get clean away. Oh, I love the sidestep to get a more direct route on the wall, but the low was blocked. We love to see it. We love to see a low block. Distance, there we are. This is what you gotta do. You gotta make use of your character's uniqueness, and well, Kurimitsu's a very unique character. Look at that, very patient play from Asif here. Look at that. Yes, good way to close the distance. Good throw. Hasn't been teched once today. The low, of course. Good old trustworthy low. Oh, and there we go. Optimal punish. No, not quite. We have dropped it. Maybe the nerves getting the better of Jebs here. Alright. Now this is it. Now this is very intense. Jebs just needs the one touch. But nope, we're going to the final round of the first match.
Final round.
As if now just might have it. Oh, doesn't. We're not blocking low today, are we? Jebs is the only person who's been protecting his shins. Come on now. Then we're gonna get the combo this time. Wall splat, optimized damage, and we do. We love to see it. Good interrupt, and the throw broken. Wow. Okay, Jebs now just turning it up here.
Oh, that was a nice game from Jebs. Strong performance
That
there
was
from
a
him.
really nice game from Jebs. He has woken up. I can't believe it. So Jebs just breaking the curse of the evening, blocking a low and breaking that throw. You love to see it. This is the kind of adjustment as well. You see this kind of adjustment? That's the makings of a great Tekken player. Someone who can recognize the changing of the tides and go with the flow, you know? You can go online and you can play so many people and you can just come across endless amounts of people who can run a game plan and run it well. But it's someone who can switch it up on the fly. That's when you know you got someone who's, you know, who switched on.
Yeah,
Even with these two? Or...
yeah. We're going to keep this game and then finish this game, and then we'll go back and bring Katie in, so Jebs and Katie can finish the final
set,
matches, of their games. But yeah, this is. I thought this game was going to be close, but I thought as if coming into this was going to be the stronger opponent, and Jeff's coming in and taking game one, or getting one tick on the board. It's definitely it's a good one for it. I don't know whether taking the game against Katie as well maybe sort of reassured him a bit, and yeah, a strong one from that.
But you never know. After a bit of a breather between games, you know, maybe Asif's got a cooler head. We got the floor break stage now, so the potential for damage is a lot higher from whoever, like, you know, has the wherewithal. Because not everyone practices their floor break combos, because it's kind of a scenario that doesn't show up too often. So maybe that'll be the decider. Some characters as well, they have a lot more potential off floor breaks than others. And some characters don't even have to try to optimize their damage from it. Of course, King, his regular combo ender, breaks the floor anyway, so it's always bonus damage for him. But other characters, they need to adjust their combos, so it adds a bit of complexity to an already complex game. So maybe that'll play into it, maybe it won't, we will see. First blood drawn by Jebs here with a low as per. Here we go now. As if just lovely control and then spatial awareness of backstep and take the turn with a whip punish. Here we go, playing nice and compact here. Good block on Jebs there. You don't want to hit that. You don't want to get caught with that last kick, because that would be a wall splat and would be bad for news. You got the floor break.
Oh, here's the damage.
Yep, he's got the damage. Goes to the Oki rather than the wall carry. Interesting. Oh, we're just getting blocks here. And the throw, will that take it? Oh, the wall splat.
Oh.
Ooh, almost didn't realize he had the wall splat there, I think. That could have been disastrous. But no. Oh, just once as if just feeling the tempo, going for the hop knee. Paid off. Doesn't quite convert off the floor break though, and like I said, not everyone is ready for that. Good sidewalk into whiff punish. Doesn't quite have the angle deep enough to get the confirmed straight enough. Nice, just taking advantage of Jeb's anticipation to like press a button. Good throw, no tech. Can't backdash away from it. Ooh, gets clipped with the follow-up. Good block, but no punish. Rage drive. We're gonna see. Nice.
That was nice from Asif there.
Fight.
Makes up for the lack of punish, you know. You never want to miss clutch punishes like that. But you also can't let it get to you. That's one thing as well. Good throw. That's one good thing about like if you miss a winning opportunity, it can really mess up your game. So having a cool head to come back from a setback like that is very good. Good block, big punish. There we go. You do want to get caught blocking a move like that. A big low like that can really damage you.
Oh, such a close game.
Yep, Jeb's just using those tight buttons here, just hitting them with the mids, just to chip away at the health bar. Sometimes that's all you need, especially against an opponent who's just anxious to make a comeback.
And Jeff's he's on win point as well.
Yeah, he's on win point. This could be it for Jebs. Nice, gets the whole string in the back. Last time, Asif got the side and the rest of the string was blocked, but this time it was a clean hit in the back. Oh, just spamming that low there, and he's getting caught up at the mid. Catches him really cleanly. We get a very suspect camera freeze, but we'll let that slide. Cameraman's first day. A good space control. Look at that. That is some filth. That is some filth. Oh, lovely punish. We're going to see a big combo here. Wall, floor break, and then loose flat, big damage. Medium damage. I could have swore we could get more damage there. Nice power crush. Low gets counter hit. Nice follow up. Yeah, as if slowing it right down. Good throw break. Oh, gets hit with the follow up. And as if equalizing it.
He's coming in a lot back, yeah, with was that 1-1, and yeah, I think that's a case of being in that position where you're only 1 point away, and then coming back and sort of getting those 2 rounds, and then also taking that
Comeback factor. Some people have it, some people don't. I think it's not a spicy take to say that these are definitely the 2 strongest players we had tonight. So it's interesting just to see them butt heads. And yeah,
they're a really close game. A really close game, and it's sort of for Jebs to take the first games, and then as if come in, and then taking it to game 3. This is the first game we've had go to game 3. So yes, it's definitely like I thought this was going to be the sort of the one to finish on. Of course, we will be going back to the Jevs Kitty game with Jevs 1-up, but it's very, very close. And I think Asif is warming back up. So I think he's going to be the strongest one coming back into this game. But I don't know how you feel to that.
I think Asif's gonna pull it back. We got the infinite stage here. Now this is very interesting. There's gonna be no walls. So if Asif wants to play nice and slow, he can get the life lead. He can just run away with it, quite literally. So if he ever feels in danger, he can just kind of do that. And while it's not people would argue it's not the most spectator friendly way to win. Like I established earlier, we're just gonna take the W any way we can. That's the makings of a true tournament player.
Yeah, it's taking those wins when you can.
And Asif just once again just keeping his distance. But now you can't do that when you haven't got the life lead. We're in the slugging range, which is where Jebs definitely feels comfortable. Ooh, trying to just clip at his heels, but nope. As it getting the glow sticks out, but just getting shut down early. The police have been called. The party has been shut down, and no throw break for the first time in a while. And here we go. This could be it if Jebs gets his combo correct. There we go.
Strong one to come into it. Round 1.
Yep. Now, what adjustments is Asif gonna make here? Nope, just gets punished right into that. Bad choice. I know he's trying to fish for that big damage, but perhaps Jebs is just waiting for that.
As you said, his weakness seems to be his ankles. Jebs coming in every time and sort of noticing that and taking that damage.
It takes one strong call out on against a move like that to really... Oh, the follow-up happened. The low mid. And Jebs looking very comfortable here. Once again, the ankle's getting stomped on. The slide, the full screen run up slide. Oh my goodness. We love to see it. Good jab at the air. Get the tail spin. We'll probably convert to some Oki instead of damage. Very nice. Catches the get up. Good throw. Oh, very nice high crush. Look at this big damage. We're just rolling the
Yeah.
dice here, hoping it lands, you know?
That's some great combos.
Oh, counter hit. Doesn't quite convert. But once again, as if now. No punish, though! That was a clutch block. You just blocked by accident while backdashing and didn't have the punish
Oh,
loaded.
and Jevs takes the game.
Clean sweep, too. Well,
That was
my
a-
prediction out.
That was a really strong performance. So yeah, I guess throwing it back now, Jevs they go 2-1 against the Pit Ponies go 2-1 against the Pirates, and then we'll be moving back to the Pit Ponies versus the Dragons. So we flipped that. Jevs is 1-up in that game. Yeah, we just had some tech issues, so we weren't able to finish that game. So now we're going back with Jevs and Katie playing with Jevs being 1-up. So it's whether Jevs can take the second game. Of course, he's probably going to be feeling a bit warmer than
Of course.
Katie now. So whether he's going to go in and also probably feeling a bit more confident going into this this game.
But then there's the flip side. If Katie's been watching, perhaps there's a couple of openings she may have picked up on that Azif may have, taken advantage of in that match. It can go both ways.
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting. So Katie needs to beat Jevs here. Looking at the board as such, you've got goats which are sort of sitting on 0 points. So they are unfortunately will have fourth place in the tournament, and then it's kind of all to play for the first three. So it's going to be a case of looking at this that. Katie, if she beats Jevs, she will go on 2 points, and Jevs will go on 2 points, and the Pirates will be on 2 points. With the Pirates sort of going 2-1, will sort of that would mean that they would have one more point. So they go higher up, and then it's depends on how they fit. So they will be sort of slightly higher. But she means that she'll be able to take, because she would beat the Pit Ponies, she would move up the leaderboard. But if Jevs wins this, of course, he goes to first place in the leaderboard, and meaning that the Pirates would finish second, with the Dragons finishing third on the table there. So yeah, some quick maths as I'm scribbling it down, trying to work that out.
He's got his napkin out, scribbling along on it.
But yeah, it's we'll sort of see how it does it and whether Katie coming back in. But it looks like we're straight back into the game.
Yeah, and we're on the Final Fantasy 15 stage as well for all you free people who enjoyed that game out there. You got your representation here. Oh no! Oh no, we got nailed by the unblockable. Oh, that's gotta be a morale damaging move if anything. Especially since earlier Jevs did sidewalk that nice and clean. Because it's weird, the 3D movement in this game, there's a distinction between sidewalking and sidestepping. That's going to kill, yep. Because once again, that move has armor, but if you don't have enough health to tank it, you're still going to die. But yeah, it's one thing that bogged me when I first played this game, is that you got two different ways of moving laterally, and they're both used for different things. Well,
Right, so-
well, initially every character was moving laterally, but then this specific stuff. It's, once again, this game...
The head's gone?
Yep. Heads off, and... Oh, it doesn't quite... Oh, no!
No!
Oh, you hate to see it. You hate this, because this yeah.
Oh.
Because Katie had that game. There was a guaranteed follow-up just to shave off the last bit of health, and she didn't take it. Oh, unfortunate.
That's a gift for Jevs there. That's definitely a gift for Jevs.
Yeah, that was a gimme, basically. Unfortunately, for Katie. There we go, we're going to see some wall stuff here. No, Jevs just going for the counter hit 4. We're going to get the carry to the other side of the stage, and big damage. Goes for
With the wall as well, so strong. And then KO, that means that Jevs finishes with that game.
Jevs coming in hot, and riding the momentum through.
So there you go. That's the finish of the tournament. With Jevs winning that game and going 2-0. That means that the Pit Ponies will finish first, the Pirates finishing second because of that extra round against Jevs, and then you have the Dragons finishing third and the Goats finishing. So it's the Pit Bunnies, the Pirates, the Dragons, the Goats. Is how a Tekken tournament has unfolded here today. With a couple of upsets, as I thought. I did think that Jevs would have. I thought he would be finishing second in this tournament. But being a national player, it's good to see he still got it. And he was great to see him finishing top of the board.
Yeah, definitely counts for something being a national player. I'm also the same boat. I thought Asif kind of had it in the bag, but perhaps Jevs just has that clutch factor, you know? And that's what you need. That's what you need, that clutch factor. Yeah,
it's I think sort of building into that. I think it's something of developing the player as well. And yeah, as you said, it's probably something he's probably picked up from playing in the tournaments before, from playing in some of the international stuff, and sort of developing from that. But Katie was strong as well. I didn't expect her to come in and sort of do as well as she did. But yeah, it definitely made a difference there, and I think it was a strong performance from the Dragons to take that third place. And we also saw Jake as well from the Goats take a few rounds. I think he's got a lot to develop, but hopefully playing in these tournaments will sort of allow him to pick up some skills and develop from there.
Yeah, for sure. Development never stops.
As a Tekken expert, where I'm fairly a newbie, would be any tips from any of them other than watch your ankles?
Well, first of all, Tekken expert is very generous of you. But most players, for some of the ones who are like very new, maybe, first things first, they should re-watch their games, figure out where they gone wrong, and most importantly as well, what can win you a lot of matches starting off is just making sure you're getting the most damage when you have your opportunities, because there've been plenty of times where people didn't, so to speak, finish their food, They started eating, they started getting the damage going, but they didn't quite finish their plate, and it could have been a match in some of these instances. And you never want to just be a hair away from winning a match if you could have helped it, So there's that, and obviously adjustment for some of the top level players, because that's gonna, when you're against someone who's equal level, 50-50 amount of times you're gonna trade wins. It's whoever adjusts and can change their game plan to counter the other player's game plan is the one who's gonna come out on top. So, fundamentals for the newer ones, fundamentals and damage, and for the ones who are more experienced, getting more experience and just being able to adapt your game plan on the fly. That's what I'd say.
Cool. Yeah. No. It's good advice, and good advice for any players I think who are watching or interested in playing in future tournaments. It's time for them to start developing now and doing it.
If you ever think, ooh, I should maybe go in tournament, but I'm not ready, do it earlier than later, because playing in tournaments is a whole separate skill set, which you can only get by playing in tournaments, and there are only so many opportunities for you to do that, so you might as well get them in when you can.
Yeah, one of the ones as well, probably for you to shout out, is the South Wales fighting scene, and get involved with.
Anywhere near Swansea, they got the fighting game stuff down there, and that's a very established community. If Swansea a bit too far out, but you're close to Bristol, there's a fighting game community there. If you're unsure what's around, just look around, just Google. There are so many little communities, or if you have friends, start your own little thing in someone's house. Just play more and get more experience, and definitely enter any tournaments you are able to if you're focusing on improving.
Sounds good. Cool. So I think that's it for us for tonight. Thank you for the amazing insight into Tekken, Burnyhands. And thank you, Connor, for the being behind the scenes and sorting out the casting and production. And of course, I'm Slayer John, if people don't know. Thank you all. Definitely drop these guys some follows on their socials. and hopefully, yeah, we can get some more Tekken or some other fighting games in the future for people to get involved with.
And hopefully everyone watching has a good evening.
Good evening, all.